Greg here with Prospects Live, joined by Sebastian Walcott. Sebastian, congratulations on being nominated to the Futures Game. How does it feel?
It feels great. It feels great to be in this room full of talent, happy to compete with these guys and, just ready to have fun today.
So you signed with the Rangers back in January of 23 out of the Bahamas.
Yes, sir.
Jazz Chisholm has definitely been the guy from the Bahamas, best player from that small island nation. Tell us about Jazz. Tell us your relationship with him and what he's meant to you personally.
I think having Jazz, especially as a behemoth in the big leagues, it's huge. Just could talk to him anytime, ask about baseball, ask about things off the field, and he's just such an amazing guy to talk to, amazing guy to get advice from because he has experience and he just wants the best for all the behemoth guys, and just having him is just awesome.
Right now you're one of the youngest, if not the youngest, position player in AA. You've played against players 3, 4, and 5 years older than you your whole career and been very successful at it. What have you learned about yourself and how have you grown and met this challenge?
I think just learning from these guys, learning from my teammates as well, is just staying consistent. That's the main thing. Some days you're not going to be feeling good, some days you're going to be feeling great. It's just all about staying consistent with your play, staying consistent with your routine on and off the field, and making sure that you're putting your best foot forward every day. And I think when you're playing against older guys, the competition is much better. So you have to compete with those guys. You have to make sure that you got to show them that you're here to stay.
Awesome. You said in the past that Manny Machado is a player you've modeled your game after, both sides of the ball. What about his game drew you to it, and what have you taken from his game that you've kind of implemented into your game?
Man, I took almost his swing, playing defense. He's just he can do it on both sides of the ball, and I think that's what makes him such a special player, and that's what makes him such a likable player because he can play both sides of the ball, and he's good at both of them. And kind of model a little bit of my swing on that, and defense try to be like him because he's one of the best third base defenders in the league right now. So I would say I probably got it from him.
Have you had a chance to meet him yet?
I met him this past offseason in South Florida. Amazing guy.
Awesome.
Amazing guy.
Fantastic. Your parents have played a key role in where you are today. Your father was a semi-pro basketball player. Can you speak about the support that your parents have provided you along this journey?
It's almost it's too much to talk about, but my parents they've done so much in my life. They provided me with so much. They give you the best opportunity to be successful, and they instill hard work into me. And my parents they try to give me and my brother the best that they possibly could, and they done more than that. And forever grateful for them.
Amazing. What keeps you motivated when you're struggling, and do you have any best practices to remain positive?
I would say my family. My family keeps me motivated because that's how I do it for, and I just want to be successful with them, make them proud, and when I'm struggling, I think about them and think about what I've been through and what led me to here, and just think about the journey and just be motivated off of that, and it's just a big thing for me.
Awesome. Okay, a couple rapid fire to finish off here. Day game or night game?
Night game.
Night game. MLB pitcher you'd most like to face?
I'll probably say Mizorowski.
Oh yeah, just got nominated to the All-Star Game. Awesome. You haven't faced him though yet?
No, I haven't faced
Not yet. Do you have any superstitions or routines that you do before games?
I don't have no superstitions. I have a routine with hitting and defense. Those are the only routines, but I don't have no superstitions.
When you aren't playing baseball, your favorite thing to do in your free time?
Hang out with my friends or play video games.
Amazing. What's your favorite video game right now?
College Football 26.
Excellent. Last one. What's the first thing you eat when you go back to the Bahamas?
Kung fritters.
Excellent. Thanks. Appreciate it, Sebastian.
Thank you.
Greg here with Prospects Live, joined by Konnor Griffin of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Konnor, congratulations on being selected to the Futures Game. What does it feel like?
Yeah, it's a big honor. I'm super glad to be here, and just going to try to take it in, enjoy being with these great players and great coaches, and just try to have some fun.
Awesome. Your dad has been a big influence in your life growing up. How has he helped you become a better player and a better person? And do you have any other role models that have kind of taken you under their wing?
Yeah, my dad's been great. He's the one that I've worked with since I was probably 5 years old. We've been working on my swing and defense stuff, everything. He's been my guy to go train with, and wouldn't be here without him. So I'm glad he can be in the stands he grew up here in Georgia, so it's a pretty cool moment to be here in Atlanta,
That's special.
playing at this wonderful stadium.
Awesome. In high school, you reclassified, moved up a draft. Obviously, studies are a focus for you. How did that year work for you to make sure you focused on your school but also made baseball a thing?
Yeah, it was a big year just because senior year was that was my draft year, so it was definitely a tough year in school because I was doubling up on classes, trying to make sure I could reclass and get all my stuff done, and then go out to the field and try to perform at my best. So it was definitely a tough year, but I made it work. I think it's the best decision that I've made, and I wouldn't be here without it.
Awesome. Has there been a moment so far, maybe it's happened this weekend already, where you thought, wow, I'm a professional baseball player?
I think every day I wake up, I put on my jersey when I get to the field, and I kind of take it all in. Like I'm doing pro ball right now. Like this is my job. This is what I get to do, and I kind of think about it pretty much every day.
Fantastic. You were invited to participate in Major League Spring Training this year. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, I think that was a super good experience. Just being around the big league guys, like I felt like it helped, guide me through my first season of pro ball. Like I felt ready since day one, and I just tried to be a sponge and soak up all the information that the veterans had, and it was cool being around them.
Awesome. You've been described as a 5-tool player. Which tool do you take the most pride in, and which tool are you focused on improving right now?
I think the tool I take the most pride in is my hit tool. It's just come a long way. Like I've worked super hard since middle school to try to be the best hitter I can be, and I faced some challenges, and I've overcome some challenges. So it's definitely one that I take pride in.
You played mostly shortstop, but some center field as well. Have the Pirates talked to you about where they kind of see you in the future, or are you going to move around a little bit? What is that?
Just from my experience this first year in pro ball, it seems like they want me at short as much as I can, which I'm completely fine with. I'm working hard every day just to try to come more fluent and more natural at it, and it's a work in progress, but I feel like I can do it with my athleticism. I can handle it for sure.
Awesome. What's been the biggest on-field challenge for you since you've turned pro?
I think the biggest on-field challenge is waking up every day trying to be consistent. Not that it's been a challenge, but every single day, there's adversity that you're going to face, and just trying to stay the same person. Try to keep a head on your keep a
level head.
Word? Yeah, level head, and never get too high, never get too low, and just enjoy the process. So that's probably it right there.
Okay, a couple rapid fires for you. Go-to pregame meal.
Chipotle.
That's the second answer we've gotten on that one. Dream Major League Stadium to play in.
The one I'm playing in today, Truist Park.
Excellent. Pitcher you'd most like to face in the major leagues right now.
That's a good one. Let's go. I'm gonna say Will Warren because he went to my high school. So
awesome.
We'll go Will Warren.
Hidden talent off the field.
Pretty good at bass fishing.
Excellent. And last one, walk-off home run or home run robbery to end the game.
Walk-off home run.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you, man.
Greg here from Prospects Live, joined by Kevin McGonigal, the Detroit Tigers. Kevin, congrats on the promotion to AA, first of all.
Thank you very much.
And congrats on being here at this Futures Game. What does it feel like to be around all this talent?
I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm just really excited to, go out today and compete with these guys. And, we got the NL, so we're excited to go out and compete against them guys and hopefully catch a W today.
Awesome. You grew up in a small town, Alden, Pennsylvania, near Philly. Were you a Phillies fan?
Of course.
Are you old enough to remember the 2008 team?
I am. That's like the first memory I have of the Phillies. I'm a big fan of Chase Utley, so I remember watching that game, and right after, family, we all went outside and were banging pots and pans together. So
what a great memory that is.
Yeah, it was
great. Coming out of high school, you had a commitment to Auburn.
Yep.
You were drafted by the Tigers 37th overall. Was it a tough decision for you to bypass that commitment that you made to Auburn?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was really grateful for Auburn and the coaching staff they had, and it was just unbelievable. I definitely picked the best spot, I think. But I just thought for my career, looking forward, I think it was the best idea to get in pro ball early and get used to it, and it looks like it's working out so far.
Describe your game to our audience. What type of a player are you? What are your strengths, and what's made you successful?
Yeah, type of player I am is just, I try to be a leader and play the game the right way and hard every inning, every pitch, and try to help my teammates the best I can, and try to do whatever I can to help the team win. And that's the baseball player I am. And some of my strengths, I would say, is hitting for sure. I think it's my biggest strength is hitting, and defense have gotten a lot better compared to last year. So, and just working on every part of my game, trying to become great at all things. So
awesome. You're part of a very good Tigers minor league system. Obviously, you got 2 teammates here with you, and now you guys are all in Erie together.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about Josue and Max. What makes them each so special?
The work ethic for sure. You just go in there every day, and they're one of the first people in the clubhouse getting their bodies ready for that game, and just Josue's power is unbelievable, and Max Clark's speed, defense, hitting. He's a 5-tool guy, so just being able to share a field with them every day and go out and compete against teams and do what we do best and win baseball games, it's been a blessing so far this year.
The Tigers' future is very, very bright with you 3. You played predominantly shortstop during your pro career. You have played some second base. Some think that might best fit you in the future. Do you have a preference of one over the other?
Yeah, I would always like to stick at shortstop, but in the long run, it's never going to be up to me. So wherever the manager needs me, I'll play that position.
Amazing. The NL roster has some pretty good arms.
Yep.
You're going to face some nasty stuff coming up tonight. Which pitcher this season has been your toughest at bat so far?
Ooh, that's a good question. This season. I can go back to last season.
Okay, go ahead.
I can't think of one from this season. I would say, actually, no, I'm lying. This season, Chase Burns. Opening day.
Chase Burns, okay.
Opening day, Chase Burns for sure. Cold, first game of the year, and you got 99 coming at you with a 92-mile-per-hour slider. But it was very awesome competing. Competing against him. Competing against him, and we ended up catching a win that day too.
And now he's in the major leagues, making major leaguers look silly, which is absolutely insane. Some rapid fire to finish up.
Yep.
Your go-to pregame meal.
Pregame. Keep it simple. Rice and chicken.
Excellent.
Yep.
The best dressed teammate.
Max Clark.
We'll go tell him that. Ideal vacation.
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore. Dream major league park to play in.
Wrigley.
Have you played there?
No.
Not yet. Have you been there?
No. Never been.
Beautiful park. And the one major league pitcher you would like to face right now.
Paul Skeens.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks and good luck for the rest of the
Thank you
season.
very much.
Appreciate it.
What's up, everybody? It's your friend, your host, your boy, Drew Wheeler, here in Atlanta, Georgia, with my new friend, JJ Weatherholt. JJ, thanks for spending time with us, man. I got a couple questions for you, man. First of all, I need you to settle something for me. Is it true that West Virginia is almost heaven?
Yeah, it's about as close as you can get, in my personal opinion, and that's for sure how they feel over there.
Sure.
It's a beautiful place, beautiful state with some beautiful people, and the best university out there.
Ooh, I'll let that one slide because you're really helping me out here. I'll let that one slide. I won't say anything about my favorite team. What was your favorite thing though about playing in Morgantown with Coach Mazey and Coach Sabins? What was the best thing about that?
It's definitely the atmosphere. Even our sports facilities, they don't have the craziest capacity limits, but it feels about double the amount of people yelling and cheering that's actually there. And it's really special. It gets you up and going. It makes you want to win more and helps you play better. And it's a real thing, And so it was the coolest thing. It's every time we had a home game, especially if the weather was good, there was going to be a crowd.
That's kind of a kicker, isn't it?
Especially
For sure.
If the weather is
good.
There's some bad weather, but those games are cool too because you can get 1,000 people out there, and I don't even want to be there. And I'm like, how in the heck are these people here right now?
No, yeah, absolutely. So your former teammate at West Virginia, Victor Scott, he's with the big league club right now. I'm curious, has he given you any kind of expectations or advice on kind of what the transition is going to be like for you now?
Yeah, I've been able to have a bunch of conversations with him, especially during spring training, talking to him, catching up. But really the biggest thing from him is just, to be myself. He knows what we did at school and how we trained and how we prepped and the level that we got to. And it's the biggest thing. It's just be yourself, continue to grow as a player, but don't try to be somebody you're not. And I think you see that with him. He is what he is in college, just better at what he did in college. He's still stealing bags. He's playing good defense, dropping bunts down. He's just being himself. And that's what it's going to take for him to continue to play at the highest level, and that's what he told me to.
I feel like he would probably say the same thing about you in due time. So you mentioned it a little bit earlier, but were the Cardinals a team you were in a lot of contact with leading up to the draft? Or
Yeah, I mean, I had a really good meeting with them at the Combine, so they kind of brought like 15 people there. It was a house. So they had just about everybody in all the major roles there kind of talking to me, asking some questions. We had like an hour-long conversation. I knew the area scout, TC Calhoun, really, really well. So there were a bunch of conversations. It wasn't like a crazy back and forth like every day.
Right.
But it really wasn't like that for most teams. Most of the teams, it was like make your first impression, and then if they have any logistical questions, they're going to talk to your agent. But, I really didn't know if they were going to grab me on draft day, and then it happened to be them, and it's a perfect fit.
Awesome. Well, speaking of a perfect fit, on behalf of a man from Tennessee, I got to tell you, welcome to Memphis. You're in the best state of them all now. First of all, awesome.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to know that you're kind of right there at the doorstep of the majors now?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's a surreal feeling.
Sure.
But it's kind of something that you don't want that to be the feeling, like, oh, like I'm knocking on the door. Like you want to knock the door down, and so that's something I'm trying to just continue to work towards and kind of put in the back of my head of like, yeah, I am close, but close is far, especially in baseball. I mean, it's a big jump, and it's hard to get to the big leagues, and something I got to continue to develop at and just get better, and that's the goal right now.
Absolutely, man. It's funny you talked about that. You've shown this year and really through your career to be a really versatile defender. We know that you've spent time this year at second base and at shortstop. We're kind of hearing some rumblings you may be in the outfield at some point.
Yeah.
I'm curious, is there any kind of inklings or any kind of indication from St. Louis on what your long-term defensive home might be?
I think they see me primarily as a middle infielder, kind of short and second. But as you said, like I want to be a versatile guy. Like I want to be able to get my bat in the lineup and play good defense where they want me to. So if that's third, if that's left, if that's right, like whatever the case is, I'm willing to play 100%. So I don't know for sure, but I would say probably the goal is still to continue to develop as a middle infielder.
That makes sense. You've shown a lot more power to like left center this year. I'm curious, is there anything you're doing different in your workouts? I know you're a gym rat. Anything you're doing different in your workouts to maybe get to that power more in game?
No, I mean, really just keep my training focused there. Like that's the direction I want to live off of. I want to be able to take your best fastball out to left center and kind of just have that power gap there, and it's going to help me stay on off-speed stuff and things like that. But yeah, I mean, it's really just kind of what I've tried to do in college and now is to just use that other way and develop the strength, and that's the biggest thing, like you said, the weight room and just more fundamental things and bat speed and whatever you want to call it, just finding ways to hit the ball harder to that direction, because that's going to help you hit more homers. But that's the direction I like to keep at, and so just continuing to add the strength to do it better.
Very good. Curious, kind of changing tempo a little bit. Which teammate that you've had this year is the best hype man and why?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Thank you. I pride myself on that.
Yeah,
thank you.
There's a bunch. Like, so when I was in Springfield, I really like, his name's Darlin Moquete. He's from the Dominican, but he's just absolutely hilarious, and he'll just be yelling a bunch of stuff and just getting you hyped, like you said. Memphis haven't had enough time to really like tone in on that yet, so that would be my best answer.
Hopefully everybody in Memphis. Hopefully we get some Southern hospitality for you. Everybody's cool. So kind of along that same vein, if you could take any one tool from a teammate you've played with this year and apply it to your game, what would it be and why?
Does big league spring training count?
I'll allow it.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Burley's ability, and it's a very like niche thing, but high fastballs, especially ones out of the zone, like it's the craziest thing ever. I mean, I saw a video a couple weeks ago against the White Sox, and he hit a fastball like at his eyes for a double. Like if I could do that, like, I mean, sometimes like I'll strike out on those pitches that are just above the zone. Like if I could have that and that could be a hit, oh my goodness.
I mean, what would we do?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Can you speak about the role that your faith plays in your life and in your game?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a great question, but I mean, that's the biggest thing for me is just coming from that faith background and believing that, my purpose isn't in the game of baseball, but, it's through glorifying the Lord. And so for me, it's something that I try to do every day. Helps me play better. It helps me be more relaxed, more content, and everything that it says in that book, the Bible, of when you have that heart close to the Lord is true, and I get to live that out every day, and it's just such a blessing.
Amen. Dude, I love to hear that.
Amen.
That's dope. Got some quick hitters for you if you're cool with that. All right, chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry?
Strawberry, actually. Yeah.
My guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get behind strawberry. Netflix or Hulu?
I don't have Netflix. I only have Hulu because I have Spotify, so it's got to be Hulu.
What are you watching on Hulu?
Nothing, but sometimes like I'll turn on a movie.
Okay.
I forget if there was a series called Shogun. I don't know if it might have been on Hulu.
The FX series.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
might
yeah,
have been
yeah,
on
yeah.
Hulu. I watched that, but I'm not really a big show guy.
That's cool. That's cool. So your pregame playlist, hype or chill?
It depends on the day. Like sometimes I'll go country. Sometimes I actually put like some Christian rap. Sometimes I'll do some worship. Like it really depends on how I'm feeling. But
I
those
need
are
a
the
Christian
three.
rap shout out.
Yeah,
Give me. Who's your favorite?
My favorite artist from there is Holvey. So
Nice, okay.
he's really good. Yeah.
I'll check him out. In terms of cleats, classic or flashy?
I'm definitely a more classic guy, but I have a pair of customs that I should be wearing tomorrow that are pretty sweet.
Ooh,
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing those. Your ideal vacation?
So my ideal vacation would be somewhere out in the country, if that's even possible, country, but like potentially close to a beach, but also on a lake, but also on a bunch of land next to a golf course.
Yes,
Just
yes.
with great fishing of all kinds
Yes.
and the ocean, but all to yourself, so you don't have to deal with people.
I think we need to put our buddy Paul on that.
Yeah.
We'll let him go. We'll let
I
him
like
get on that. Would you rather have an at bat against Adam Wainwright or Ryan Helsley?
I had one against Helsley,
How'd that go?
grounded out,
That's okay.
made contact. So, I mean, I already had Helsley, so it's got to be Waino, right? That
That'll
would
be
sweet.
Waino. That would be cool. Which pitcher has given you the toughest time this season?
There's a guy, I mean, I talked about him earlier, but his name's Brandon Garcia. He was with AA with the Mariners. I think he got called up AAA.
I believe so.
But, yeah, he's a lefty sinker sweeper guy, so it's a tough matchup. He's nasty.
He is nasty for sure. Maybe one of the most important questions you'll ever be asked in your life. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
I love pineapple. I'm never going to, willingly ask for pineapple on pizza, but because of my love for pineapple, if it's there, I'll eat it.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
fair enough. Last question I've got for you. What's the best advice you've ever received from a coach?
Just to, it goes along with what we were talking about earlier, but being yourself and just knowing like what makes you you. Like what do you do best, and the ability to repeat that, because that's what you're going to need. Like you look at a big league pitcher and his whole life his best pitch was his fastball. Well, what's he going to need to have the most success in the big leagues? Is he's going to have to use that fastball. I think a lot of people get toned into what they're not great at and developing in those areas, and yes, that's important, but like at the end of the day, you got to ride with who you are and what you're good at. That's going to carry you to where you want to go.
I love that. It's great advice for any facet of life. Baseball, certainly, as well.
Absolutely.
JJ, we want to thank you so much for your time with us, man. And
Yes, sir.
on behalf of everybody at Prospects Live, we're rooting for you. We're thankful for you. We're cheering for you. Good luck and God bless.
Yeah, thank you. God
Thanks,
bless.
man. What's up, everybody? Drew Wheeler with Prospects Live here with Max Clark of the Detroit Tigers. Max, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Congrats on your promotion to AA. What does it mean for you to have teammates like Josue and Kevin with you constantly, and now again here in Atlanta for the Futures Game?
Yeah, it's a blessing. Obviously, we grew up playing in the FCL together. We went to low A together, high A together, and now AA. So having the opportunity to just kind of go together as a trio is very, very cool, and something you don't see a lot of. Obviously, those two are incredibly gifted in ways that other prospects can't even imagine. The way Kevin hits, it just hits and continues to hit is unbelievable. And then you talk about the power from Briseño and his just ability to control a game is incredible. So having both those guys side by side is a really cool moment for sure.
What's the funniest story you got on either one of those guys?
Ooh, I would say the best Briseño story is when he took an interview in English. He went like 3 for 4 for 5, but he had 5 or 6 homers this week against Dayton. This was a couple weeks ago, and he forgot that you can't swear in an interview. And so we clipped it, and it was just used in our hitters meetings because he was just, Papi, I'm just looking for the blank fastball. And he just kept saying it, how he's looking for the blanking fastball. And he got it, and he hit 3 or 4 homers. So it was a very funny joke. And he still gets a good laugh out of it. So if you interview him, be sure and ask him.
I'll
about
ask
the
you about the blanket fastball. Shout out Papi Briseño.
Yep.
Man, your approach your swing have matured so much this season. I'm curious, man, what changes have you made, like physically or mentally, to address that change and to get you where you are now?
To be completely honest, I think it's both a blend of both mental and physical adjustments. I think having more time at a higher level where guys are more experienced in spinning the ball better, it has helped. Obviously, you're 70 games in, you're starting to make adjustments regardless. But at the same time, like, I've changed some of my setup. I've changed a part of my swing that has allowed me to kind of get underneath balls and stay behind them longer, be in the zone longer, and then be in a better position with my body in order to work with my barrel. So obviously it's not done yet. It's still a work in progress. It always will be, always is. So, but yeah, like where I'm at right now has definitely been a step up from last year. I feel like I'm starting to answer questions that people had.
That's awesome. Can you speak about the role that your faith plays in your life and in your game?
Yeah, that's an incredible question. For me, it's everything. I know that you can't have testimony without trial, and for me, you absolutely have to have it. Every single person should be able to give that faith up to the man above. So I know he put me in this position here. I know that I would be blessed in my life, and it's a huge part of who I am and who I will continue to be throughout my playing career.
I love to hear that, and that's so good to hear. Another thing that I love about you, Max, you are an illustrated man. I'm curious, can you tell me what your favorite tattoo is and why?
That's such a good question. I have so many.
There are quite a few. I do see one that I'm really into, Love Yourself. I like that a lot.
So that's my mother's handwriting.
Oh, I love it.
It's just something that I've kind of stuck with. The Love Yourself is something that I've always said to myself. Me and my fiance are both very in tune with mental health and understanding what it's about. So had that done just for my ability to understand that you have to love yourself before you can love anything else about the world. And obviously, that also ties into faith. Being able to give that and feel that is incredible. So.
I love hearing that, man. I've got some quick hitters for you, if that's okay. A little bit more loosey-goosey. I fancy myself a loosey-goosey guy.
Yeah, let's have some fun.
Cleats, high top or low top?
I would go high top just because I've been wearing a lot of Jordan 1s recently. So
Sick.
I love the Jordan 1 high tops.
Okay, we may get back to that in a minute. Who sends the best memes in your favorite group chat?
That's a good question. I would go with my best friend Zach back home. Shout out Zach. But he's always sending the heat. He's a TikTok guy too. He's always scrolling.
So he's got the fire.
100%.
Shout out Zach at home. Favorite walk-up song you've ever used in wine?
That's
tough.
I know, I'm sorry. That's so tough. Actually, my junior year of high school, I did PSA by Jay-Z. And it was after I won the Indiana Gatorade Player of the Year as a sophomore. So the allow me to reintroduce myself was pretty good hit.
Dope. Last question for you, Max, and thanks for your time. You've dealt with both hype and criticism since you were a teenager. How do you stay with yourself in your faith, and what have you learned through the hype and the criticism?
Obviously, the hype is a blessing, but it comes with the curse of criticism as well. So for me, I try not to buy into either of it at this point. I feel like in high school, I definitely rode the wave of reading your own press and staying tied in on it, pretty much anything you can. So at this point where I'm currently at, I just want to be able to, come in after a game and kind of let go from that. But at the same time, I like it because of the ability to interact and connect and network with other players, young players, the new generation, and all of the brand stuff as well. So it's definitely hard, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's a blessing, so I'll take it.
You can hype him up, you can criticize. He ain't listening. He don't have no time for you at home. Max Clark, thank you so much for your time, bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Greg here with Prospects Live, joined by Trey Savage. Trey, congratulations, man, being the Futures Game. What does it feel like?
Thank you. It's a great accomplishment, dream come true, and just happy to be here.
So for most players here, baseball has been a passion for their entire lives. I understand for you that wasn't exactly how it went in your childhood. How did baseball become your path?
I don't know. One day I went to my mom and I told her that I want to play baseball in college. I don't know what the reason was. Football was my favorite sport to play. And she said, okay. Took me to a prospect day. It was the first time I was ever on a radar gun, hit 87, I believe.
Oh my goodness.
The coach came up to me and asked where I was playing. I told him my local junior legion team, and he said, no, not everyone.
Wow. You attended ECU. You improved every single year that you were there. Your junior year, you led the Pirates to the AAC tournament, but then something crazy happened. You got diagnosed with a partially collapsed lung. You're forced to miss that tournament, rejoin your team at the regionals where you face Chase Burns, who's now in the major leagues dominating, and you outduel him, throwing 7 1/3 with just 1 run. What was that whole journey like, or that whole process, those few weeks?
It was crazy. Going down with the partially collapsed lung was a scary experience. Just the fact that, because I knew something was wrong, and I couldn't figure it out. It actually was from a dry needling accident, and ended up going to see the team doctors at South Florida, and got a chest X-ray, and they told me I need to go to the hospital, and spent 2.5 days in there. But it was awful being in beautiful Clearwater and having to sit in a hotel or a hospital bed, and it was also hard for me to not be there on the field with my best friends. But was able to recover from that. The ECU doctor told me 10 days after I'm out of the hospital, I'm good to go, and the 10th day was the regional game. So went out there and put it all on the line. It was a very special experience for me to be out there again.
That's amazing. You're drafted by the Blue Jays in the first round, invited to big league spring training. You played in the breakout game. Several surreal moments in your career, bang, 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 right back to back. Can you describe how it feels to be hitting all these milestones within your first year of turning pro?
It's very cool. It shows me what trust the Blue Jays have in me, which is awesome. It gives me a lot of confidence for the future with the organization. And I couldn't be happier with where I'm standing right now and everything I've accomplished.
Amazing. Turning the page to this season, you started in Dunedin, you went to Vancouver, beautiful Vancouver. You're in New Hampshire now, moving very quickly. What are a couple things you've learned in the first 4 months of being a pro?
That the hitters get better the higher you go up, obviously. But no, it was a pretty big jump between high A and double A. Just the difference of the hitters, better approaches, not swinging at stuff so I get swing and misses at, and the other levels, and being able to make that adjustment.
The Jays have done some really nice work with a lot of the other pitchers in the organization, yourself included. How have they helped you develop as a pitcher?
Just tweaking where I asked to be tweaked. They didn't really want to change anything because they drafted me for a reason. But if I go there and ask them something, like just the other day was struggling with command and realized after they watched video that my plant foot or my dry foot was different. So just little tweaks like that and just keeping me as consistent as possible.
Amazing. Can you walk us through your pitch mix?
I can. So,
and what you're thinking about when you're throwing each one?
Yeah, so we got the 4-seam fastball. This one I'm just trying to throw it as hard as I can. I don't try to manipulate it at all. Just trying to throw it by the hitter. This is, I call it a cutter. It's truly a slider. But this one I'm trying to throw like a fastball and then get it over my middle finger there at the very end. And then we got the splitter. This is probably the best pitch in my arsenal. This one trying to get pointer finger and middle finger down while I'm throwing it, while also like trying to get a little bit of cut on it. And then I have the knuckle curve, which throw anywhere between 1 and 5 times in a game, just to show the batter something different.
Yep.
And this one I'm just trying to rip it.
Awesome. Thank you. You're a competitive person. I read where you said you'd take on 2 grizzly bears. How do you approach adversity on the baseball field, and does your competitive nature negatively or positively affect you overcome those challenges?
Adversity on the baseball field, I really just try to sink down to my training and rely on the work I've put in. Whether that's a game's not going good for me, or I'm not feeling great one day, or a pitch isn't working, just all the moments I've worked on everything, literally everything. Being able to sink back to that and just be the pitcher I am and be myself out there.
Amazing. You'll head back to New Hampshire after this weekend. What are your goals for the second half?
Just go deeper into games, be more efficient, and limit damage.
It's a good way to be. Rapid fire to end. Go-to pregame meal.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, very nice. Dream MLB stadium to play in.
Citizens Bank.
Excellent. Got a Phillies fan here. And major league hitter you'd like to face right now?
Probably Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper, fantastic. Well, Trey, thanks very much. Good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Greg here with Prospects Live, joined by Slade Caldwell, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Slade, congrats on being named in the Futures Game, man. That's quite an honor. How does it feel?
It's unreal. Being here in Atlanta, close to home, a lot of people coming and watching me play is great.
Last year around this time, you had just got drafted. You've come a long way in 1 year. What's that journey been like for you? You rose 2 levels already.
Yeah, it's been pretty quick, and it's been ups and downs and stuff like that, but it's been great. I love the pro ball life.
So you played in high school at Valley View High, Jonesboro, Arkansas. Senior year, you won the Gatorade Player of the Year. That's your second time winning that state championship for the team. You broke the stolen base record for the state. Tell us about that season. It was kind of a dream season, what you learned from it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the dream team of Arkansas. Coming close to that Jacksonville team is a pretty historic team as well. But yeah, I mean, all of us are still close out of high school. I mean, I'm going home for the All-Star break. We're all going to meet up and hang out.
Awesome.
So, I mean, we're still tight.
That's fantastic. Last year when we were here, we learned that you're a good friend of Cooper Pratt's.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that relationship and how he's kind of helped you through this whole process.
Yeah, Cooper, you know, got drafted 2023. I grew up playing in Mississippi and playing for his dad, and so we got to be pretty close, like going to practicing at their facility. And every time I go to Oxford, you know, I get some reps in with him, and so it's kind of like he's like big brother, little brother, kind of. So yeah, I mean, he's definitely led me through his journey, and so like what I can do, you know, better than what he's doing, but he's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
But yeah, his experience has helped my experience a lot.
That's tremendous to have a mentor like that. You bring a very unique skill set to the Diamondbacks. Can you describe your game to us and some of your strengths?
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of players with my play style, but at the same time, I think, you know, I control the zone pretty well. I'm going to be like havoc on the base pass, and like my run producing is getting on base and coming across the plate for those guys that can knock me in, and I'm going to be the run producers for them.
Since you've been drafted, what have you been working on to improve in your game, and what's the best piece of advice you've received so far from the Diamondbacks?
Yeah, I would think rounding off every kind of skill set, just going out and playing loosely. I would say the best piece of advice from the D-backs they've given me is like be my own player. Don't try to be something that you're not. What got me there is what got me there. So just keep playing my game.
So on that same vein, fairly or unfairly, you've been compared to Corbin Carroll. Similar play style, similar stature. Have you had a chance to talk to Corbin, and what advice did he give you?
Yeah, I've talked to Corbin a little bit. I mean, you know, it's just been here and there conversation, not really much advice. I think I just getting to know him and stuff like that has been the biggest thing for me.
This year, you got your first baseball card on Bowman. First of all, do you collect, and what does it feel like to have your own baseball card?
Yeah, I don't really collect. Sometimes I get packs that are free, and I'll pull myself, and I'll be like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But most of the time, I just like to give them to family and friends. And but yeah, seeing my first official baseball card is like wow. And I know that, you know, my superfractor's out there somewhere, and so it's out there somewhere.
A few rapid fire to finish up. Go-to pregame meal.
Go-to pregame meal. Whatever they have at the field.
Okay, that's not a good answer.
I'm not very picky.
Favorite baseball moment of your life so far?
Winning my high school championship my senior year.
Amazing.
Just to cap off that dream team
Awesome.
season.
Dream Major League Stadium to play in?
This one right here. I like this one.
Awesome.
Being on the field, watching the home run derby for the high school kids was great.
Yeah. Major League pitcher you'd love to face?
Major League pitcher. Probably just like Screwball Tarek. I feel like that'd be like an uncomfortable IB, but like just being in the box against him would be great.
That would be a tough one for sure. Last one, walk-off homer or game-saving home run robbery?
Walk-off homer.
Walk-off homer, awesome. Okay, thanks Slade, appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, Greg here with Prospects Live, joined by Jonah Tong of the New York Mets. Jonah, congrats on being selected to the Futures Game. Quite an honor for you. What's it like being here with all the very best players in the minor leagues?
I mean, it's awesome, right? This is kind of your environment you look at, and you're going, wow, everybody in here is here for a reason. I actually have a few good friends here, which is awesome. But yeah, it's really exciting to see what they got.
So you were born and raised in Markham, Ontario.
Sure.
Proud Canadian. Where hockey's number one. Hockey's number one.
Sorry, should I put this back on? Or
Oh, there you go. You come from an athletic family. Your mom, your dad, your sisters play a whole bunch of different sports. How did baseball become your number one sport?
So funny enough, I was just too small to play everything else, and my mom was talking about playing a sport, and I looked through a newspaper, and I was just like, hey, there's a softball thing. Can I join up for that? And she goes, are you sure? And I said, yeah. And then ever since then, fell in love with the sport, and it's been my thing ever since. Tried other ones, again, too small, and then lucky enough had a growth spurt. So.
Amazing. Your club team growing up was ironically the Toronto Mets.
Yes.
It's a very well-respected organization in Ontario. Can you talk a little bit about your time there and what you learned, and also talk about travel baseball in Canada and how it's grown in the recent years?
I was going to say it's expanded. I know they're adding new teams and different age groups, and it's something that's up and coming, and I think it's really a beautiful thing to see. I mean, they've done everything for me and everything right by me. They helped me find a college. They helped me just teach me how to be a person more than just a baseball player, which is everything I could possibly ask for. I mean, Rich and Ryan run a really good ship over there, and all their coaches and all their staff do a really good job. And I honestly wouldn't be here without them. Actually, they're coming into town, I think, some of them. So
excellent. That's fantastic. You were drafted in the 7th round in 2022. You had a strong commitment to South Dakota State.
North Dakota State.
Sorry, North Dakota State.
Right.
You come from a family where education is very important.
Yeah.
How difficult a decision was that to turn pro instead of going to school?
It was extremely difficult. I was talking to Coach Oakes the entire time, just being like, hey, like this is what I'm thinking. And my parents were always pushing me to follow my dreams and stuff like that. And this was a great opportunity. And again, it was a really difficult decision. It wasn't even until like the last day where I was like, hey man, like I don't really know what to do. And he said, like, we're going to support you in whatever way possible. So I have all the respect and love for that program, and I'm really happy that they're succeeding.
Amazing. It's great to have that support system. You have a very unique delivery. You come from right over the top. I understand that comes from playing a lot of catch with your dad late at night.
Yes.
And modeling your mechanics after a certain former major league pitcher.
Yes.
Talk about the origin of your delivery.
So, ironically, the reason why I got so high up was just because, like, my dad would hate when I threw sidearm. So I was like, you know what? Let's see if I can throw on the opposite end of the spectrum there. He never really noticed, and it's over time developed a pattern. Looked at guys who threw similar to me, and no shocker, Tim Lincecum came up. So he was definitely a big influence. Just really loved how he threw, similar build, and yeah, I'd say that's probably where it came from.
The Mets are regarded as one of the very best pitching development organizations in baseball. We've seen incredible results from so many of your organization mates. Why do you think this is the case, and what have they done for you specifically?
I feel like, I mean, their scouting department does a great job in bringing guys there. The front office did a great job in setting everybody up with Eric Jaggers was a really tight ship there. I could go through every coordinator, pitching coach, anybody you'd ever know, and it's truly like a family there, right? They respect us as players, not only on and off the field, but it's like they know that we got there for a reason. We are who we are, and they're just here to help us along that journey, whether that be, you know, remodeling something, adding new pitches, but it's like it's always from where you originally came from. I think that's the thing that's helped us flourish, and credit goes all the way to them, right? Like, I honestly probably wouldn't be here without them.
Amazing. Your first taste of pro ball in 2023 was a challenge, ERA of 6, more than a walk-in inning. You bounced back in a big way last season. What did you work on physically and mentally to make those improvements, and how did you view the adversity and overcome it in your third season?
Yeah, it was a tough season first year. One of the off season with a plan to get myself stronger, work on a slider, and just come back a different pitcher. I feel like I did a good job of doing that. It took a lot of work from everybody, you know, top to bottom, and we're really excited to see the results we were seeing today.
As you move into the second half of the season, what's your mindset? Do you have any goals set for yourself or your team?
Stay healthy. Just have fun along the way. Like I was talking about earlier, I feel like we have a really good squad, and the environment we're building is unbelievable. Pitching's been great, and the main thing is we're having a lot of fun doing it, which I think is the most important part. It's a kid's game, right? We all got to enjoy it, and I feel like when we do that, we're going to have a lot of success.
Okay, a couple fun ones to end. Something from Canada you would bring to the U.S., aside from family and friends?
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
Every year.
Good answer. Go-to pregame meal?
Chipotle.
Okay. Dream MLB field to play on?
Funny enough, Citi Field. So
yeah, that works out well. Day game or night game?
Ooh, I feel like night games are a lot of fun. So night games.
Major league hitter you'd like to face?
The best of the best. I mean, Ohtani, Judge, everyone you name. I feel like it's going to be a privilege to face them.
Awesome. Okay, thanks a lot, Jonah.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
it.
Appreciate it.
Drew Wheeler with Prospects Live, here with somebody that is shockingly taller than me, Charlie Condon. Charlie, first question for you, sir. What does it mean for you to be playing in Truist Park today? What's that like?
It's awesome. I once the park was moved to here, I started coming to a lot more Braves games. Came to a lot growing up, even when it was at Turner. And so just to be back here and know that I got lucky to have this game here this year because my family's here and all this stuff. And so for those stars to align and get brought back in front of my family to play on a stage this big, it's a blessing.
Absolutely. I was going to say it's a blessing, isn't it? Man, you had an incredible career at the University of Georgia. I won't say anything about what team I support, but I liked you, Charlie. I'm curious, Golden Spikes, such a big season. What was that like to ride that wave into your draft year?
Yeah, just being able to be a part of everything they had going on at Georgia. I grew up a Georgia fan, being from here, and so to kind of have my name go down with that team and with that group and Georgia history, it's something I'm really, really proud of. And to just be a part of helping turn that program around and get them back to a postseason. I'll always be a Georgia fan and always be keeping up with what's going on there.
Definitely, man. So you played high school ball with Gino Groover.
Yep.
I'm curious, if you could tell the folks at home, what's the best thing about Gino Groover?
Gino Groover, it's hard to look past his personality. It's hard to not smile around that guy. He's just he exudes just positive vibes, and just to be around him, he's a heck of a baseball player, heck of a human being. And so that's a really fun guy to share the field with, and I'm looking forward to it today.
Definitely, Charlie, you have certainly shown a lot of mental toughness to overcome adversity. Kind of a slow start to your career this year, man. It's been really on the up and up, and it's been so exciting to see as a fan of yours. I'm curious, what's the mental grind been like to stay positive and to stay focused on your game and improving?
Yeah, man, it's all about perspective. There's a good way and a bad way to look at pretty much anything. And so just being able to find the positives and things that are happening. You look around the room, you look for negatives, you're going to find a lot of negatives. But if you look for positives, you'll find some positives. And so just being able to focus in and lock in on that, and know that I'm still blessed to be in the situation I am each and every day, regardless of what happens on the baseball field. It's an easy way to find peace and know that the work that I'm putting in is still working towards something greater.
I love that. And it's been a blessing for us to talk to you, buddy, and we appreciate your time and wish you the best of luck today. Thanks.
Greg here with Prospects Live, joined by Owen Casey. Owen, tell the listeners how it feels like to be selected for a game for the second time.
Yeah, it's cool. It's great to be here, represent Chicago Cubs, and to see all the talent. Unfortunately, I couldn't come last year because I had some stuff going on with my legs, but I'm happy to be here now.
Awesome. This year you were selected with Jackson Wiggins. Unfortunately, he can't be here either. Last year you were selected with Moises Ballesteros and Matt Shaw. Talk about the Cubs organization and all the talent all the way through.
Up and down. Even you guys, most people don't know their names. We got lots of players in the organization. We're really good, and that just kind of shows from like the big league level down. The team's playing great this year, and good big league teams have good farm systems. So that's just really showing what the Cubs are doing with their farm system, and really just developing their players.
You've always been known as a hitter with a lot of power, but you call yourself a hitter. I know you've said that many times, and you've worked out very hard on contact ability and things like that. What have you done to kind of reduce whiff and strikeout rates and things like that?
I'm not gonna lie, nothing. Just continuing to mature, and there's no need for drastic changes. I just turned 23, and every year my whiff goes down, so that's a positive thing. The way my swing works, strikeouts are gonna happen. It is what it is, but it's my profile. Whatever I can do to negate that and reduce it, I'll do my best. But it's just really coming with experience at this point. Seeing more pitches and more pitches. If you look at guys' careers, their whiff rate goes down every year, the more pitches they see. So it's just really, seeing more and just learning the game of baseball.
2 springs ago, you were selected to be a member of Team Canada at the WBC. You played for national teams before. Tell us what that particular experience was like. That's a little bit different than some of the rest that you've been part of.
Yeah, it's probably the best baseball experience I've ever had to date. It was crazy putting on the uniform first game. my heart was going crazy. It was just a really big honor to represent my country along with all the other guys on the team.
One of your teammates was Freddie Freeman, who's a legend, going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
What was it like to be around a guy like that as a teammate? What did you learn from him?
Honestly, I'm being completely honest, I didn't really talk to him. I just was a fly on the wall. Didn't want to get in his way at all, said a couple, hello, nice to meet you. But I just watched what he did, He was just so professional in the way he goes about things, and it was really cool to be his teammate.
One of your coaches on that team was probably the greatest Canadian player ever, Larry Walker.
Yeah.
What did he talk to you about? What did you learn from him?
I really, again, just listened. Great guy. Paid for one of my dinners there, just out of the blue. It was great. Really just how the mentality of always staying even keel, living in the middle, not getting too high, too low, which I really took from him. So it was really cool, to have him on our staff and to be our first base coach.
Awesome. You've been at AAA for a while now, been very successful. You're on a heater right now, just hitting a bunch of bombs. Yes. The Major League lineup with the Cubs is super talented.
Yeah.
All-star Kyle Tucker in right field. How do you stay focused and ready for when that call comes?
Honestly, I try not to think about it, and I'm doing a great job of not, just staying where my feet are and just going to the park every day, just want to play baseball. And when I do get it, I'll be ready. You never know what's going to happen. So, yeah, I really try not to think about it, but I'll be ready.
Listening to your interviews, one thing's very clear, winning is incredibly important to you. Can you tell me where that comes from and why winning with this organization, the Cubs, is important?
I feel like you're not an athlete if you don't want to win. You know what I mean? Who likes losing? So, just winning with the Cubs is really nice. I've won all the way up, all levels, except for AAA. It's a little harder with AAA, obviously, because it's so many moving parts. But I won in high and AA back-to-back years. So, it's just important because I don't know. I feel like winning is just fun. So that's why.
Definitely it's fun. Okay, a few rapid fires to finish up. Go-to pregame meal.
Whatever's at the park. Yeah.
One thing other than family and friends you could bring from Canada to the United States.
Coffee crisp.
Nice. That's all I got.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Owen.
Sweet.
Appreciate
Thank you very much.
Good luck. Greg here from Prospects Live, joined by Jurangelo Cincha. Jurangelo, congratulations on being in the Futures Game. What does it feel like to be here with all these great players?
First of all, thank God, especially blessed me to be here today and just look back last year, just got drafted, and this year, already in the Futures Game. I think it's something big, and just to be around these group of guys is something special.
Amazing. You were born in the Netherlands. You were a natural left-handed person when you first started. Your father played professionally in the Hoogkamp League, and he was a catcher. Why did you decide to learn to throw with your right arm as well?
My dad is a catcher, so everybody trying to be like his dad, or trying to be better than his dad. And I think I just wanted to mock my dad, just always at home, be like, "Oh, I'm better than you," or "I want to be better than you." And my dad always be like, "Oh, you from the left side, you can't catch, or you got to be playing, you got to be a pitcher, first baseman, or an outfielder."
Right.
And I was like, "Okay, so what can I do to be like you?" And then just start grabbing the ball, just start throwing, leave my glove at home on purpose so I can use his glove.
Yeah.
And then I would say the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah.
You were actually a switch hitter as well, and you got drafted out of high school as a switch hitting shortstop.
Yeah.
When you switch hit and switch pitch, it's a physical thing, but it's also a very mental thing as well. Yeah. How do you work through things mentally? It's got to be a challenge at times.
I would say, especially pitching wise, I think hitting wise is different, but pitching wise, it's just my brain works way differently. The way I think from the right side, it's not the way I think from the left side.
Right.
Because you don't have the same weapon from each side. So from the right side, it's more it's fastball heavy. I can come at you, but with the left side, just sink fastball and just sweepy slider.
Yep. Your arm care routine, that's got to be different too.
Yeah.
Left and right arm, because you're throwing with both in the same outing. Do you have ice arms on both? How are you handling your arm care?
Every time I do something from one side, I make sure I do it from the other side too. Arm care, especially after the game, if I have to do, with a trainer, I have to do both sides. It's always because I would say back in Everett, I don't have a car, so I have my teammate. I go like to the apartment with, and he always gotta wait for me because I gotta do both sides, and then I gotta do a couple stuff, and it's just, I mean, you gotta take care of your body too. I mean, it's a double work, but if you want to stay healthy, you just gotta be on top of that.
So I watched your last start, and I was interested in seeing that you weren't throwing lefty-lefty, righty-righty. How do you decide which arm to throw with in your outings? Is it a game plan? Is it a scouting report thing? Does it come from the manager? Is it your choice? How does that work?
It's kind of like all these things a little bit combined. Like, talk to the manager and see what we're going to do and see, oh, this guy is not that great from left side. And or if they want me just to, let's say I have 2 innings without throwing from the left side and there's a righty, they would just let me go from the left side just to keep getting like the reps from the left side too.
The Mariners organization is known as one of the leaders in pitching development. Tell us a little bit about how they've helped you specifically.
From day one, when I get there, it's like DTZ, so dominant zone. So day one, just be throwing strike, make sure you win your 0-0s count, win your 1-1s count, and just put yourself in the best position to get out and get the hitters out.
Perfect. Pat Venditti is famously known as the last guy to throw with both arms. I know you've talked to him a little bit.
Yeah.
What advice did he give you?
Just keep being yourself. Just make sure when you do something with like one arm, just do it with the other arm too, and just try to be on top of everything and not lag a little bit. I mean, he always said you're better than me, so you'll make it for sure. But I was like, but at the same time, you still got to go out there and just pitch.
Exactly. Got a few rapid fires for you to finish off. Favorite off-day activity to do?
I just love to stay at home, play video games, but I would say golf.
Golf? Awesome. Which way do you golf?
From the left side.
Left side? Okay. Which major league hitter would you most like to face?
I mean, I face a couple guys that already made to the big leagues, but I would say Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie Albies? Mm-hmm. So would you throw right-handed against him because he's a better right-handed hitter?
Yeah, I always joke around. I'll be like, it doesn't matter, you pick.
Major league ballpark you're most excited to play in?
In Atlanta, and we're here today. So.
Awesome, that's fantastic. In one word your teammates would use to describe you?
One word. I would say a competitor.
Competitor?
Yeah.
Last one, your favorite Dutch snack or treat?
I don't remember the chocolate's name, but it's always, I only see it when I'm back in Kearsarge. My dad always get it for me.
You're a chocolate guy?
Yeah, I don't remember the name.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Durangelo. Appreciate your time. Good luck with everything.
Thanks.
Drew Wheeler with Prospects Live here with Konnor Jensen of the Kansas City Royals. Konnor, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, of course.
Dude, you're a Kansas City guy through and through. Born there, raised there, high school there, and then drafted by the hometown team. What does that mean for you, man?
I mean, it means a lot, just being, a Royal since birth. I grew up going to those games. I have pictures of me like 2 years old at Kauffman Stadium. So, I mean, being there, being in this opportunity, or having this opportunity to, go up and play for the team I grew up watching, it's exciting.
That is exciting. Would you say there's any certain person that's been most instrumental towards your baseball success?
My parents, honestly.
Yeah.
They sacrificed like a lot growing up. Going to tournaments. All the travel and all that, the money it takes. I think that they've always been there for me. They're still there for me now, and they'll continue to be there. So it's been awesome. They've been amazing.
That kind of love, you can't replace it. Man, what do you remember about the 2015 World Series? Did you have any favorite players from that team?
All of them. I mean, Salvi, of course, just being a catcher. Alex Gordon, Mike Moustakas, Haas. All those guys. Fun to watch. Growing up, that was an exciting time. We got school off for the parade, so it was awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, you can't beat that. So you mentioned Salvi. Has he given you any kind of advice about your catching or how to adjust to life as a professional?
Yeah, the past 2 spring trainings he's been working with me. It's mainly just me asking questions. Because I'm just trying to learn from him. He's had an amazing career. He's still having an amazing career. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. So I'm trying to learn as much from him as I can. he's one of the best to ever do it.
Absolutely. I'm with you there. Hall of Famer for sure, man. What facets of catching defensively have you been working on this year specifically and why?
Yeah, I think just, since I'm past I guess I'm never perfect with anything, but I'm just working on perfecting everything. Moving on to some more complicated things. Mainly just receiving, blocking, throwing, that stuff, but, putting different kind of, twists on it, throwing from different knee down positions, stuff like that. Obviously I'm always working with the pitching staff, especially getting to college or AAA, working with those older guys now. It's been awesome. I've learned a lot, and it's just one of the things I keep on learning.
Absolutely. Love to hear that. Are you working with, calling the game, calling pitches? How's that going?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really good. I think the main guy who's really been helping out the most is Rich Hill. Awesome. Catching him in AAA, I've caught him, I think, 3 times now. So he's been amazing. Just talking with him because he's had so much experience, a long big league career. He's helped me out, just kind of sequencing and stuff like that, how to get certain hitters out. So it's been good. Learning a lot.
It's awesome. It seems to me that AAA really agrees with you. You've been kind of on an insane heater. Exit velocity is like 108, 110. Would you agree that you are on a hot streak? You're on a roll?
Partially, because at the end of the day, this is what I know I can do. I know I have the ability to do this every game. Sadly, baseball is not that way. You're pretty much destined to fail every once in a while, more times than not. So I wouldn't call it too much of a hot streak. I think it's just me really, doing what I'm supposed to do.
Absolutely. Carter, thank you so much for your time, and we appreciate you joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.